Um, yeah, I did get a couple of complaints about stopping so much in the last one. That's because I want to keep things fair use. I obviously want you to go watch Matt Pat's actual video, because then you'll get it without interruptions. I'll flip around a little in this video. I'll flip around a little more. And ironically enough, I'll probably have more to say about this because while I'm not the hugest fan of Godzilla, Matt Pat has hooked me into the FNAF. I watch all of his FNAF theories. I know about FNAF. I've still never played any of the games. Um, so let's check this out. I'm just gonna start it.
Nowadays, it feels like everyone and their mothers has a cookbook coming out. From celebrities like Snoop Dogg and Maddie Matheson to food tubers like Marion Gatsby and Maddie Matheson. But it's not just people
Oops.
who are getting their share of the cookbook pie. Intellectual properties like
Like
Sonic
it?
and Harry Potter, they're also desperately jotting down recipes for some easy cash flow. And
Harry Potter would make sense, but Sonic?
Since Five Nights at Freddy's didn't make enough money this past year, they also decided to release a cookbook back in October. Now, obviously, as one of the foremost FNAF connoisseurs here on YouTube, I had to get my hands on it to dig for information that I could potentially use in a video. But boy, oh boy, what I found was worse than I could have ever imagined. They released an incomplete product. So today I've taken it upon myself to fix their book for them by creating 3 new recipes. But in the process, I'm
FNAF has made its way to food theory, everybody.
also going to change the cookbook game forever by using the greatest ingredient that I have in my kitchen, lore. Hello, Internet. Welcome to Food Theory.
That was funny. It was game theory and then it changed to food theory.
The show that bites off exactly what it can chew. So in case you missed it, a day ago over on Game Theory, I made the big announcement that on March 9, I'm going to be uploading the final theory with me as host.
Actually, the video came out today, Mad Pat. Yeah, whatever.
Why I'm doing this and I get all wet and sloppy about it over there, but the long and short of it is that I now get 10 final episodes of me hosting these channels before I eventually fade off in.
Okay, so it is 10 episodes, not 10 weeks. Or is he saying there's 10 episodes on the food theory? Huh, I don't know.
The sunset. So what better way is there for me to kick off my final block of programming than by paying tribute to Freddy and the gang, cooking up some of their delicious recipes straight out of the recently released FNAF cookbook. Except there's one problem. This thing, it is woefully inadequate. I mentioned it before, but while I comb through the pages of
And just so you know, the reason that I'm going to be showing more video in this is it's not going to be like a whole bunch of old videos from other people. I could show more of this because this is all going to be like Mad Pat's video, and hopefully it's still seen as fair use.
book for things to talk about, I noticed that there are 3 characters notably absent from its pages. Honestly, how I was able to make it past the editors and publishers without any sort of second thought is
Actually, I'm going to go back there for 1 second.
The pages of the book for things to talk about, I noticed that there are 3 characters.
Middle, that's obviously Purple Guy / William Afton. There's Music Man! I can't do the voice. Matt Pat, if I was editing this video, I would insert the Matt Pat saying Music Man right there. He's over on the right. And who's on the left? Is that Helpy? I honestly don't know who that one on the left is. No, Helpy doesn't. I don't know who that is. Should be someone obvious, but it's not.
notably absent from its pages. See how it's ever made past editors and publishers without any sort of second thought is beyond me. First, we have ourselves the elusive Golden Freddy. I mean, come on.
Oh, Golden Freddy.
All the internet has talked about when it comes to the lore of this series for years. He is the iconic thumbnail guy. The fact that he is not here is a travesty. The second face on this proverbial milk carton is Purple Guy, William Afton himself. Apparently, he'll always come back unless it's doing recipes that are inspired by him. But there was one other character that was missing that shocked me to my core. A character so crucial to this franchise that it's a crime not to have included them. I looked at
This is, in case you can't tell, his personal opinion. He absolutely loves music, man. I watched him play Help Wanted 2 on the VR, and he was like, "Oh no, I can't disappoint music, man," because there's a game where you play where you DJ with Music Man, and whenever he would make a mistake, he'd be like, "Oh, Music Man, I'm so sorry. It's funny, but..." Well, no, that's it. It's funny. It's funny. It's funny.
every recipe, and not one made mention of the most important animatronic in the FNAF universe. My boy, let's go! Music Man! No! But who knows? Maybe the book was already packed with more important things. Let's just see what they chose to include instead, shall we? Mr. Hippo's crispy fish fights. Wow, one rambling monologue gets him in over the main antagonist of the franchise. What else? We got Bellora's Salmon Burger. That's more of a reach than most of my theories. I mean, don't get me wrong, the connections between Mr. Hippo and fish fights are tenuous at best. Sure, the character's a fan favorite. He says the word fish twice. Clearly, there's enough here for a recipe, I suppose. But Bellora? Yeah, she has nothing to do with burgers or salmon. They didn't even try to make an excuse for it in the description of the recipe either. They didn't incorporate her colors at all. Instead, there's a mega mango salad. Because, you know, obviously Bellora, the character from Sister...
I love how they pop in now with these edits. Salsa, not salad. That said.
Location is in the Mega Pizzaplex, not choosing Circus Baby's Pizza World, not anything related to the word mega. Oh boy, I really got my work cut out for me on fixing this mess. So today, Santi and I put our minds to work on concocting 3...
I want to show that again, because the eyes.
Mega. Oh boy, I really got my work cut out for me on fixing this mess. So today, Santi and I put our minds to work on concocting 3 recipes.
It's not gonna show up well because this TV isn't an OLED.
These that'll perfectly capture the essence of these 3 characters to make a new section for this cookbook. And we're not just going to be making generic recipes and slapping the characters' names in the titles. Oh no, my friends, you know me. You know that I care more than that. Today, we are going to be challenging the idea of IP cookbooks as a whole. Historically, these cookbooks based on popular games or movies, they generally go in one of 2 possible ways. One is they have a cute little hint as to the character, like
Sonic does like chili dogs.
Having a chili dog. Haha, we all get the reference. But more often than not, they just go with option 2, choosing recipes that have absolutely nothing to do with the character, like the Pikachu lemon tarts. See, it's yellow. Yay! And of course...
Actually, isn't there a Pokemon cookbook out there that like teaches you how to make those Pokemon food? I know there's a better cookbook out there that teaches you how to make actual food from the show.
Because these things are meant to be...
Just like there's an anime cookbook I was thinking about getting my dad. It's like super expensive from an anime I watched, Food Wars.
Shameless and cash grabs, seldom if ever taking the characters' ambitions, their likes, their dislikes, their lore into the essence of the recipe, into consideration of what makes them edible. And so that, my friends, that is our true goal of today. To not just make a dish for a character, but to truly turn a character into a dish. We're gonna elevate the cookbook game in a way that only food theory can. And if you click that subscribe button and make sure to share these recipes, this won't be the last time that we do it either. So without any further ado, Santi! Hey, Matt, what's up?
Since it might not be you doing it.
Music Man. Show me what you got. Oh.
So if I'm not mistaken, Santi is the one who will be taking over. We'll see a lot more of him in the coming weeks because Santi, I believe Matt Pat said, is the one who's taking over food theory.
Right? Challenge accepted. What can you tell me about it? You don't know Music Man? Do you exist on these channels? Of course I do. I just wanted to see what you know. Well, even though he's a personal favorite character of mine, we don't really know all that much about him. We know that he's a DJ in Security Breach. We can even see him with his mixer in-game. In Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator, we also find out that he hates loud noises. He's also got a bunch of fun colors worked into his design, like purple and pink and
There's help wanted
maybe
too.
we'll do some of that. That being said, I know what happened the last time he tried incorporating colors into a dish, so no need to harp on that one if it's too difficult. Too soon, still hurtful, gonna roll right past it, and okay, he's a DJ. So what if we incorporated a round record-like shape into the dish? Then we could do a weird mishmash of flavors like a DJ mixing music.
Sweet, savory, spicy, sour. Huh. I like sweet and sour things. I like savory things. I've been growing fond of spicy.
Go with the soft shell because, he doesn't
Good
like
idea.
loud noises, so he wouldn't be a big fan of the crunch. Right. And we'll do a non-traditional filling, like
Nice save.
sweet and sour chicken to remix a regular taco. Some cilantro and scallions as a garnish for those green hues. But here's the kicker. We're going to make the tortillas pink with some dragon fruit. That'll tie this all together and really make it Music Man. So with the rough idea in place, Santi and I are going to both attempt these dishes, but from opposite ends of the country. Then we're going to compare the results to see how close...
My pet showed up in Florida and he showed up in California.
Dishes wound up, and immediately off the bat, we noticed how oddly colored our tortilla was turning out.
Oh, I gotta show that.
Attempt these dishes, but from opposite ends of the country. Then we're going to compare the results to see how close our dishes wound up. And immediately off the bat, we noticed how oddly colored our tortilla was turning out. Basically, if you took a scab and crossed it with a food item,
Ew.
that's what we've cooked.
That is what we're looking at right now.
That's what we've created here today, ladies and gentlemen. And manually pressing tortillas, no easy task, let me tell you. All right, so we've got our spinning Music Man discs, purple colored in honor of him. That's complete with the dragon fruit. Let's add in some of our sweet and sour chicken there.
Free sauce. I'm just gonna cut them up.
Oh wait, you meant to make it purple?
Because again, it's
Matt
Music
Pat?
Man, we've got ourselves a flavor remix. Sup, fellow kids? Let's have our soft shell taco, shall we? We've got some dragon fruit.
Yeah, let's get that in there.
If you-
That's gonna help. Choices are being made. Strong choices.
You got some green onion?
Oh yeah, I love some green onion.
In this franchise, that is a mix of green
I love some scallions. Tell me if you get that.
and purple, where green is sometimes the good characters and purple is very often the bad characters.
Oh.
I won't show it, but they showed Matt Pat. They put a green filter over him. They put up, I will show it. Sorry. Poor Steph.
Is a true neutral, a merging of those 2 points. Green meets purple.
I like that. I think that's very symbolic. What was the dragon fruit?
Dragon fruit cake is terrible.
Cool tacos.
So, how'd it go for Joe? My God, what happened?
Let's show you the final product that he came up with. I don't know. That doesn't look too bad.
What do you mean, what happened? What did yours look like? Oh,
I can see why Santi's taking over food theory. That's something I would pay to eat, Matt. Sorry.
oh, wow. So it's not supposed to look like severed flesh. No. Maybe it tastes better than it looks?
What? That's great. I can't believe I'm saying this. This is great.
Yep. Only the best for Music Man. Only the best for my best boy. Music Man! Alright, so that one actually tasted pretty darn good despite it looking like a human scab. Now we just have to follow it up with Golden Freddy, which is no easy feat. Golden Freddy has been a mysterious character throughout the entirety of the franchise. At this point, we're pretty sure that the animatronic was possessed by 2 spirits, Cassidy, who was brutally murdered by Afton, and the Crime Child, who fell victim to the bite of 83. We believe that the Crime Child...
I still find it crazy. Tangent here that animatronic could be possessed by 2 people. and there's only one. But that's why I'm not a FNAF theorist, and I'm starting theories with Amazing Digital Circus and not FNAF.
The spirit was eventually put to rest during the Happiest Day minigame, but Cassidy, the vengeful spirit, remains, hell bent on revenge for what William Afton did to them, as well as all the other murdered children. Yikes. Okay, Golden Freddy is sort of a twist on the original Freddy. So we're going to take the pizza from the pizzeria and flip it on its head. Or, more accurately, fold it in half. I think a calzone's the only way to go. Some good cheese and sauce, much to Stephanie's chagrin.
That's not a calzone. You've immediately made this a stromboli.
Except it's not, because...
I don't eat calzones. I'm not even a huge fan of pizza anymore.
Strombolis are wrong. Sure, traditionally calzones don't have sauce, but that's in the past. Calzones nowadays can absolutely have sauce. Gosh, Stephanie, first the paprika, now this. I mean, you're still missing the ricotta cheese. Trust me, Steph's family is very Italian. I don't really care. A folded or rolled pizza is delicious no matter what. I'm just saying that if I don't remind you that calzones have ricotta cheese, I'm gonna be disowned from that entire side of my family. Anyway, regardless of what you call it, this folded over pizza will give the Golden Freddy dish a beautiful golden crust. It's on theme. And for the vengeful spirit, let's give it a nice little spicy kick. Some spicy pepperoni and extra herbs in the sauce. But we also have to balance it out with the good spirit inside there, the crying child spirit. Probably something sweet. Oh, please don't say it. Maybe something.
I am ashamed to say I don't know what he's going to say.
No. Pineapple? I'm fine. Let's do it. A sweet and spicy.
Matt, Pat, I am with you. I actually like pineapple on my pizza. Come after me. I like pineapple pizza. Pineapple. I don't like ham. Pineapple and black olives. A little sweet and a little salt.
Golden Freddy Diavola Calzone.
Okay, this is a lot of depth. This is going to be a thick boy.
The thickness. That's also part of the lore of Golden Freddy, obviously.
He's a thick boy.
He's a thick boy.
There's no ricotta.
There's no
Where's
ricotta.
the ricotta?
There's no ricotta.
This is feta. This is feta.
I know you're gonna love this next part, which is where we add in some oil.
That is great.
Yeah, that's fair.
Some garlic.
Yeah.
And then some sauce.
This sauce is sus.
So what we have here is the Golden Freddy sauce that is...
They zoomed in on her and gave her like a red background when she said sauce is sus.
The Freddy Fazbear official cookbook. We've spiced it up a little bit. We've added in a little bit more here to make it a bit spicier. Because at the end of the day, remember, Golden Freddy is stuffed, presumably, with the spirits of two kids. The silver lining is that at the end of the day, you're going to bite into this and it's going to be a delicious, big old bite of 83.
Can't this be one of the other ones?
Food Theory Cookbook, Matt.
Feed to our team.
Once again, it would seem that our differences in culinary skill are showing because Santi's looks ooey, gooey, and delicious.
Let's go back and show that. Let's go show the final product.
It would seem that our
This is Santi.
differences in culinary skill are showing because Santi's looks ooey, gooey, and delicious. Mine and Steph's, though.
Golden Freddy's a loaf.
Golden Freddy. More like Golden Bready. Here's what's more accurate.
And let's try this one.
The jokes are so dumb, but I've gotten used to it that they still make me laugh.
I want to see if this one looks any better. Mine's a little better. Hey! I think both of them honestly look very nice. Just like Golden Freddy looks nice on the outside. Tastes pretty unpredictable once you get it on the inside, though.
It's a little bit sweet, a little bit spicy. Two souls in one. It's like...
I have no idea what I'm eating. But it doesn't necessarily taste bad.
There's a lot going on in there. Just like when you have two spirits merged into one body.
Trying to connect it.
They work together. Boom. Done. Nailed it. More accurate. So with that being said, it's time to move on to the grand finale, the purple guy. And for this one, we've got to go big or go home. I mean, this is the main antagonist of the franchise. He always comes back, and we want people to always come back for bites. This is the recipe that can change how people approach IP cookbooks forever. So we've got to make this one right.
I got you. Plus, I had Tom give me the lowdown while you were cooking, so I'm all caught up. Since this guy is also purple...
He's not purple.
He's not? Dang it, Tom. I'm definitely going to get him back for that. Fine. What do we got then?
Well, obviously, William Afton's the big bad of the franchise. He's called Purple Guy because he appears purple while hiding in the shadows. But William is also more than just a purple guy. He's intelligent. He's a brilliant roboticist. He's cunning. He's pretty much the entire reason that
What
this
are you
franchise
gonna
exists.
make for
He also
him?
dies a couple times throughout the series. Once by getting spring-locked in his own animatronic suit, and then after he survives that one, he gets burned down multiple times. At least twice. Nowadays, he's presumed dead, with his consciousness just living on as part of an AI learning program.
Okay, even if this is true, which I do believe it is, that this is something I've actually come to believe, that William Afton is living on as a computer program, and you know, maybe his body's gone, but William Afton is still very much around.
Sure what we can do with all that when it comes to making food.
Matt, I got this. First, we're gonna go with a double fried steak sandwich. Just like Afton, frying the steak once isn't gonna be enough. We want it nice and crispy. But I love his first death. Getting spring locked with your blood spilling out of your own suit? Hardcore! So as our homage to that, we're gonna place a fried egg in this sandwich that will burst and ooze out as soon as we spring lock it between two delicious...
They showed it, and it's gonna be sunny side up, and runny, and good. I've still never really had a successful sunny side up egg. I think once it was watery.
Toasted sourdough slices. And for the purple, let's make a sweet and spicy blackberry habanero sauce to take this dish to the next level as a perfect tribute.
We've also got some purple onion that we're just going to sprinkle on to, again, provide a...
Well, I guess red onion technically can be purple. It's a good set. Screw it. Yeah, red onions, they can be red, but they can also be, when they're lighter colored, they can be purple. So they're technically red onions, but they're purple in color. I guess it works.
little bit of the purple color, and also just a little extra flavor on there. You know, you're looking confused, Stephanie.
Just like the FNAF lore confuses me. It's so perfect. Egg 1 is going in for the drop. Egg 2 is going in.
Nice.
Oh!
2 eggs. They look legit. I've got to admit, the spring lock, it worked perfectly. Spring lock that serial killer.
Oh, good squish.
The sandwich itself took us a minute to wrap our heads around. Hold on. Yeah, not bad. But once we did, we were fans. Second bite's better. The sauce is actually what helps pull things together.
It is. The crispy outer coating is great. The sauce is great. The egg adds just a slight bit of creaminess, and the onion adds the right crunch. I can't
Ollie
say
made
this,
them a
but
picture, apparently.
Oh, but let me tell you, this bad boy was crunchy. I think we can all agree that a softer bread might have been easier to bite through and could help absorb that yolk a bit more, but overall, this recipe came together just really well. Even the sauce, which I was doubtful of at first, it did wonders for the assembly of the dish. That is a strange mouthful. It really just goes to show you that a dish is greater than the sum of its parts, because once we took a bite out of the whole thing, it came together well, red onions included. So, there you have it, friendos. 3 delicious
You said red onions that time.
recipes that do our 3 underrepresented icons of the franchise justice. Also, I just want to call it out there, way more delicious than anything else in this cookbook, even if the tacos did look a bit off-putting. Not only have we fixed and completed their book for them, but we've crafted each recipe as an homage and embodiment of the character that they're based off of. No slapdash recipes that have nothing to do with the characters, no vague nods that clearly show that you tried ham-fisting the characters into a pre-made recipe. Instead, we carefully considered every possible aspect of the character and translated that into edible form. And not only that, but a delicious edible form. And you see, that's the best thing about what we've done here today. By using the lore inherent to these characters, by using the rich detail of them in the source material, we brought together unique recipes that go way past your traditional burger or pizza recipe. Which is honestly what all of these cookbooks should be striving to do. You have all these amazing characters and world details, but you're wasting the potential by slapping the names on generic sandwiches. I know I've dumped on her quite a bit in this episode, but if we were to truly take a look at Ballora, for instance, we'd see that she's a ballerina. Ballet was formalized as here today. By using the lore inherent to these characters, by using the rich detail of them in the source material, we brought together unique recipes that go way past your traditional burger or pizza recipe, which is honestly what all of these cookbooks should be striving to do. You have all these amazing characters and world details, but you're wasting the potential by slapping the names on generic sandwiches. I know I've dumped on her quite a bit in this episode, but if we were to truly take a look at Ballora, for instance, we'd see that she's a ballerina. Ballet was formalized as a dance form in France. Ballet is delicate, it's classy, it's soft and light, it screams for something like a Madeleine. But you can't just forget her rosy cheeks and iconic pearls either. Those are important parts of her design. So we want to make these Madeleines complete with rose water incorporated for a unique flavor, as well as sprinkling on some edible pearls for a crunch that balances out the airy Madeleine with a bite that shows her true nature. We'll save that for the next time we do an episode like this. Anyway, the point is that these worlds and characters that we love open up so many opportunities for creative mixes of flavors and styles. Mixes that normally wouldn't fit into the pages of just an average cookbook. That way you're immersed even deeper into the world. Finally, you can be the one to take a bite out of Freddy. If you want to see us...
If you're a fan of the FNAF franchise, bite of 87, bite of 83, anyone up for the bite of 24? I'd love to see that. I am not a cook, so it won't be me. But if someone cooked it for me, I would definitely take a bite of it. Bite of 24. Let's make it happen.
For some other IP, let us know which ones you'd like to see down in the comments below. As always, my friends, remember, it's just a theory. A food theory. Bon appetit.
And they have a... Oh, purple guys popped up. And then they do have a link to the goodbye internet video that MatPat posted that I've already talked about. Donnie Bo's video. Talked about how that's one of the YouTubers that I'm obsessed with right now. So I'm gonna go watch that. I don't just ignore the other videos there. The Judge Destroys Trump, and that's not. This isn't about that. Not about Donnie. It is about me reacting to the final theories done by MatPat and having a fun time. I do think this was a better reaction than the other one because I showed. I still paused a lot, but I showed a lot more of the images. Again, I'm just now starting to react, and I don't have the proper setup to have a picture-in-picture of me and the video that would normally be fully fair use. I don't have a camera, frankly. How could I do that? You know what I could do? You know what I'll do next time? When the next series comes out, I will put my camera up against this. I'll hit record. I will make sure to hit the you can actually... Oh, you can't do it on this side, can you? No. You can actually select a certain part of the screen to adjust to that brightness on TV, but it's not gonna work on it with this camera. It works only on my phone with the other camera. Yeah, we've got more of MatPat's final theories to come. So that was his food theory. There was a film theory. Is there a game theory or this week, or was that it? Well, I'll figure that out, and if there is, I'll do one more video. But if there's not, then I'll see you guys when he releases his next one. Bad weather.